Welcome to the Nexus. Today we're looking at the test run Lancaster Bomber build. Obviously I will say this a few times in the video, just to make sure that there's, this is not a full run, that it's just a test run. So this is the home page, and as you can see, it's the Lancaster Bomber there. Bring the Lancaster Bomber to life. You can subscribe as well. Now, a lot of people will probably say, how do you know this is a test run? There's a few simple and quick ways of knowing it's a test run. So the first one is 3 ways. So one, you'd be able to, if this was not a test run, it was on a full run, it would be in every single newsagents everywhere in the country, which it's not. And you'd also have a national TV advert as well, which obviously we don't. And also you can check out. So I'm just going to switch over now to the Hachette shop, just right now. So this is obviously the Hachette Partworks main site. And if we go along to model makers, you can see here that every part of their collection, you've got the Disney Dollhouse, Titanic, Eddie Stobart, Spitfire, Bismarck, and the Terminator. But you'll notice that there's no Lancaster Bomber there. That is because it's just a test run. If it was on a full run, it would actually appear here on the Hachette Partworks shop page and account page, which is this site here. So let's go back and dive in. So it says a Lancaster Bomber build, issue 199, which is pretty standard. It says subscribe today and receive a free issue plus 3 fantastic free gifts. These gifts will change over the course of it being from a test run to a main run, but obviously you will always get a free issue. So you normally get issue 3 free. It's a bit of a tongue-tie one. You also get a binder as well. Those gifts are pretty standard. The tin poster and the Lancaster model may change. In fact, I've got a funny feeling that they're probably going to have probably another 2 free gifts. At the moment it's only showing 4. But normally they have a few extra ones as well. So that's what I'm expecting there to be. It also says subscription gifts are limited time offer. They sort of are as well. If you subscribe later on in the build, you don't tend to get them. And if we go down, we get some of the scale. So it's 132 scale, easy to build. I think that's quite funny when they put that, easy to build. Not one part work I've done has been completely straightforward. There are some easy bits, but you have to have some sort of modelling skill to do them. They're not easy to build, I wouldn't say. A little bit more about the iconic Lancaster Bomber that you're going to be building here. Obviously, there's target points here, so we've got bomber command there. We've got the gunfire effect as well. It says die-cast pieces there. You've got the propellers, the movement. Landing gear comes down. Removable cockpit. And I think you also have the removable interior as well, which is really cool. That's actually really cool. Also, it says model complete in 125 issues. Yes, it does say display stand. Remote controlled motors, speakers are connected in the display stand, which is based on the target dams. Yes, so it will come on a base, but I think this dam effect and the water effect, I've got a funny feeling they are a diorama piece, a bit like the Spitfire had. So I believe the model, the plane, and the basic base is probably going to be complete in 125 issues. I think that's very, very optimistic, personally. Take the survey. Anyone who doesn't want to collect this, always take the surveys, because you've got a very, very good chance to win. Normally a couple of people win them and stuff. We also have the video here, which we'll play right now. Yeah, that's not the advert, that's just showing you the features of the plane, which is really, really cool. And obviously it comes here, it says create your own replica of the World War II bomber. High quality die cast pieces. I don't know how much die cast is actually going to be on here. It's normally a 25% die cast, the rest plastic. It doesn't say anywhere on here the whole thing is die cast, it says die cast parts. We've had this discussion many times on the channel. That could literally mean the screws that you do to screw the parts in. It's not misleading because it does actually say die cast parts. It doesn't say fully die cast, so you know there's that. It says removable cockpit and accessible engines. We see all that on the video, and I'm really cool about that. As well, you've got fuselage interior. Interior navigation and landing lights, which is really cool. Spotlight and spinning bomb. I thought that spinning bomb effect was actually really cool. I actually like that. Machine gun firing effect. I love this machine gun firing effect on the dome at the front, and it looks like it uses micro LEDs, sort of like optical cables. That's going to be really interesting. I've never seen a build use that effect before, on partwork anyway, on a partwork. It says working landing gear. We had people who built the Spitfire will tell you the problems associated with that. The 4 propellers rotating sequence to simulate takeoff. I thought that was really cool as well, where you had 1 spinning, then 2, then 3, then 4. I love that effect. I thought that was a really nice touch. A detailed display based on one of the targets. Yeah, it doesn't really say much. I'm still, like I said, I'm still really optimistic at 124 issues. The only reason I'm saying that is the Spitfire was more, the Routemaster, the Bismarck were sort of all more issues than that. Even the Titanic that's out now. So I think that number is going to increase when it comes to the full release. I've got to say though, the base looks outstanding. I don't know if it's a single piece or whether this goes over the top of the basic base. It does look really cool, I've got to say, and it does look like it has that sort of flight effect as well, which we had in the Spitfire. which is really cool. So they're sort of utilising that effect. And then it says why subscribe, and then it gives you the 4 options on why you should subscribe. Even if you don't want to build this, or you're not too sure, always subscribe, because more interest means it's likely to get a full run. When you subscribe as well online, you probably won't get any issues. You may get a free gift sent you at the end, but it's always worth just subscribing, even if you just want the free gift. So frequently asked questions. We're just what is the Lancaster Bomber collection? Build your own Lancaster with sights and sounds and stuff like that. The model specifications. We've got the length, the height, the wingspan there as well. So this isn't going to be. It says die-cast metal, plastic for fine details, steel screws. So I would imagine the framework is probably going to be die-cast, but the outer panels may or may not be die-cast. Obviously, a cockpit and a lot of the other stuff, and the machine gun stuff and all that will probably be details. Like the fine details will probably are in plastic. It says that now, and it's 1/32 scale. So this is going to be bigger than the Bismarck, than the not the Bismarck, sorry, the Spitfire. This is going to be much bigger. So if you also as well, that's only the dimensions of the plane, which is why I keep saying that I don't know if the full base is part of the build, because it says the model will be complete, and it says what are the model specifications. Those specs there are the plane and not the base. So this is why I'm thinking it is, like I said, it is a test. It is a test build, so when it's available, that tells you when it's available. Obviously, if you've not seen it in the shops, don't worry, it's a test run. But if you're in the local areas where it is getting test run, they're the weekly schedule there. How many issues? 125 issues planned. That little word at the end, planned. Yeah, I've seen that many times on things where it says we have 70 issues planned. We have 20 issues planned. 200 issues later, you're still collecting it. So that number will definitely change. I guarantee it. It may not, but I'm pretty certain that will change. It obviously comes out weekly. That's in the newsagents. Obviously, if you subscribe, you get 4 issues a month, not 4 issues every 4 weeks. So issue 1 is $1.99, then $6.99, then $10.99 onwards. That is the price we're paying now. There's normally always a price increase in around April time on a lot of partworks. So I'm more than certain that price will probably increase as well. How do you subscribe? Obviously, you can ring them up, and you can subscribe online as well, which is really good. And what are the 3 subscription gifts? And it tells you there, which we've already gone through that as well. Now, if we go to more details, we should bring up a bit more details. So as I said, these are the dimensions for the plane and not the base. So when it gives you the dimensions, obviously the base is going to be slightly smaller, I believe, though it looks like the base is longer than the plane lengthwise, but sort of wingspan wise it's not. But it doesn't give you dimensions for the base, which is why I said I don't know if 120 inches is just for the plane, and it does not include the base. Like I said, it just doesn't give that sort of details. This is quite cool as well. So it says your first 4 issues. So this is what you'll get in your first 4 issues. So you've got issue 1 there, with parts for the fuselage and propeller, which are here. Issue 2 is your front gun turret there. Issue 3 is your cockpit floor and canopy, and issue 5 your fuselage panel, cockpit panels, and LED light. So you're going to get a sense of what is going to be die cast and what's plastic. Once again, because it's a test run, those parts will change. So will some of the layout maybe change on what parts you get on each issue. But these 4 issues, you'll probably get the same parts in that on the full run. And then you'll know as you go on, the parts tend to dwindle down and stuff like that. It gives you the build instructions there. This is what you get in the magazine. History and Legacy. The Bomber in Action. Battles for the Sky. People of the Skies. Tactics and Technology. And then it just gives you, like, you know what I'm saying there as well. Now I can't see here more detail on the base, which is why I'm sort of how to collect, and obviously this is how you go about collecting, which is why I think it might be 125 issues for the plane, but it does say the base is included, but like I said, it doesn't give you the dimensions for the base, and it does say 125 issues planned. But look, I've been rabbing it on for a while now. Let me know what you think in the comments. Will you be subscribing? Will you be building this when it gets a full run? For me, it's not for me. It looks really cool, I've got to say. It looks really nice, but it's not one for me. But it might be one for you. Let me know in the comments if you plan on getting this. And let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. And obviously, we'll see you in the next video.